So I've been through this little town a couple times. It looks like they painted it. I could have swore this thing used to be red. I think we're in Ordway.
So this is that bad mama jam I was looking at, all painted up like Colorado.
I don't think... I thought there was an older train that was there. I don't know. Anyway, they got something sitting there. Old train. Anyway, Ordway, Colorado. At least it's decorated and pretty. I know I've seen that one on the tracks actually moving before. But they had an old one that was like sitting here, rusted. Oh, there it is! That's the one I was thinking of. Hang on. Oh, come on, come on. There it is!
Well, this is an old train I knew had been sitting out here. It's been here forever. It's got a few websites that talk about it on the Google. So I did the Googling on it. It's a Southern Manitoba Railway car. And here's a better picture of it. It broke down out there or something like that. I don't know. It's been broken into. You can see the windshield's busted out and stuff.
It's a 3518 SMNR. Well, we pulled in here about last night, midnight. Got a good 7 hours of sleep. So we're going to go check in and see what they got to load up for us. Hey! Good morning, Prime. Time to wake up and get to work. All right, we're back at Land Pride here in Abilene. They're loading up. Did my first pickup. Let's see if we can zoom in. See them batwing looking thing? Well, you can't really tell they're batwings, but there is tires on each side. It's like that thing, batwings. And you're looking at it from the side. That's the only other one. There's really no other one out here. But anyway, loaded up our first stop in Lucas, Kansas. Picked up. Now we're here in Abilene, picking up. And we'll show you once we're done like we did before on the side over there of that building. I'll park and don't have Kona with me today. We got some fuel filters and oil filters though. But yeah, once we get it loaded, I'll show you some securement. Well, good morning, you degenerates, and good morning, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, I just like to greet everyone in the parking lot. We're here getting some coffee from the TA Express in Fairfield, Texas. I think this is a new location because it's actually still kind of clean. So hopefully these truckers can keep it that way and not muddle it up with trash and urine. Some urine. TA Express. Sorry, that's bumpy because it's all zoomed in. But anyway, there's a stray dog here. I tried to feed him last night. I think he ended up eating the beef patties I left him when I went in to go shower. He's a cute little puppy somewhere. But anyway, let me show you this load. We're gonna get on into our first delivery down in Conroe. And then our second delivery is in Houston. Third delivery is in LaGrange. And we final out in Selma, which is just next to San Antonio. And then I'm shooting down to Laredo to reload and going to Tampa. But so we got some, I don't know, bristle thing up front, blade thing. We're just gonna call them all things. I think those are like forklift forks. We got a bush hog. There's actually two. That's a 2-pack right there. See the other one behind it. Don't know what this piece is right here. Then we got a grabber type bucket. And then we got some bat wings. So I'm gonna go bump these off. I think this one back here is our first delivery. They have to hook up to it and pull it right off the back on its wheels. But anyway, time to hit the road and make the biscuits. Biscuits kind of suck. So I don't like bread and I don't like biscuits. I do occasionally eat a donut, so we're gonna go make the donuts. So we made it to our first delivery here in Conroe. They're just plucking, they only get that last set of bat wings right there that he's grabbing. So we're bumping this off and then off to the west side of Houston to dump a few more of these pieces. I feel like most of this stuff is all for Houston, but we'll find out. All right, well, sorry. I suck at filming while working. I get to talking and also just working quick, but bumped off our last one here in Selma at good old Kubota. Essentially, what is this? I mean, that's I-35 right there. This is, Selma is East San Antonio. Take that one. That was too big for any of my needs. Time it is. My fat ass is getting a late lunch from Quick Trip off 45. I-45 southbound exit 122 for this one. Pretty clean, kind of tight getting in here because the side road that it's off of. But yep, time for that freaking chicken bacon ranch wrap. It's so good. Nothing's clean. Yo, this is fucking wild. I thought it was the wind. It's a fucking pig. Hey, dickhead. Oh my God. What are you doing? I thought it was the wind that blew the lid off. It's a goddamn pig. Should I hit the air horn and see if it scares him? That'd be kind of mean, huh? Is it a pig? No, it's a wild boar. I should. Is it a wild boar? It doesn't have tusks. Hey! Hey! Whoop! Whoop! All right, there's more than one. Turn on the lights so we can see them. The little babies. And then the big mama. Hey! All right, we're here picking up AC units. Actually, I think I'm just getting one here in Laredo, but this is a sharp looking ride. Looking good. Oh, he's even got the Cali hookups too. Nice, gangsta. Nice little T-bar. 3-axle step. Not low pro. Those are, oh gosh, what are they? 255, 75, 22.5s? So he can still kind of go 75 like the rest of the tires are rated, I'm pretty sure. It's the 17.5 rims and tires that are freaking speed limited. So he doesn't have like the low pro step, like the low pro step. I'm pretty sure those can go above 65. The low pro, 17.5, they can only do 65. But it's a sharp unit. Had a cat motor in it. Nice day here. This is where I picked up Kona. We found her here. So it was nice to be back and say hi to the guys and show them pictures. Freaking filthy fenders. We sitting here waiting to load. They're, I think, moving an AC unit out of the way to grab. The one that's going on my deck says it's 43 feet long, so something similar to that big guy. But waiting for them to load it up, and then we'll chain it up and get out of here. Throw a couple 3/8 chains and these 3/8 binders. I think working load limit, yeah, 9,200 pounds on these. And then a 3/8 chain is 6,600 pounds. These units are only about 20,000, so got to cover 50% of the weight that's on the deck. So about 10,000, 11,000. And that rub rail with the chain with the ratchet binder, you go off the weakest link, which would be the rub rail, 5,500 pounds. So like spools and stake pockets. So that is gonna cover us. All right, you already know what time it is. Quick Trip again. It's my favorite, clearly. There's our AC unit, and we'll talk about it when we get back. All right, the quick rundown: sugar-free Red Bull and a wrap, chicken bacon ranch. All right, so we got a binder there. That's working load limited 9,200, but it's direct, so you cut that in half. Got a chain that goes around the holder in here. I have my hands full, so I can't show you that. Around stake pocket, up, around the spool. Actually, that's around a spool, not a stake pocket. Then back into the holder under there. And then we got it, ratchet binder right there in the middle. And then another just ratchet binder to the stake pocket and to the securement. So that is duplicated on the other side. And we can talk about it more once I get out of this heat, make some miles. So currently fuel pumps are out of commish, but this is in Robertsdale, Alabama off the 10, and it's labeled as a TA. Whoop. But on Trucker Path it said it's Oasis Travel Center, which is an AMBES, but this is pretty dope. Let me show you the entrance. VW bus. Van. I don't know if it's a bus or a van. Pretty dope entrance.
All right, here's some photos I took. This old truck. It's their fuel desk that you get your fuel receipt from. Some small models and like a school bus makeshift cafe.
All right, well that travel plaza is pretty freaking dope. I think it was an old mom and pop that was an AMBES that recently sold out to TA. Right here, exit 53, Robertsdale, Alabama. I don't run the 10 often, so I'd never been to this place, but really cool designs on the inside, as you saw. I didn't show everything, but diner in there is open till 9. I think Subway is open till 10. And even if those are closed, you know, they had tons of snack options. And got me a salad in a box. You know, a little plastic tray. But they do have food for after hours, so you're not like SOL like most TAs. But anyway, hopefully TA doesn't ruin this place's, like, I don't know, vibes and nostalgia with corporate bullshit. But I bet it was a little bit cooler when it was like the full mom and pop AMBES deal. But yeah, right across from a giant firework sales place, Shelton Fireworks. Anyway, I got like 4 more hours to go. We're getting on into Florida. Dropping off in Tampa Tuesday, because it's a crane delivery. This thing's freaking, it's not heavy. It's like 25,000 pounds, but it is 43 feet long. So we got to wait for the crane. It's at a scoop.
Yeah, I'm down in Florida. You know, I stopped off here in Ocala, checked out the 75 Chrome Shop. So here's the entrance if you've never been. It's a nice place. They keep it clean. I don't know. I definitely like the vibes here. It's a cool place. Check this little go-kart thing out that they made into a semi-truck. Pulling the trailer. A little Briggs & Stratton. Pretty cool. And over here we got a little fish pond. Keeping it Florida with the gator. Let's go and check out. Oh snap, look at all these freaking shift knobs. Some of them are whack. The skulls and the brains. I don't know who buys these things. Probably why they're stocked full of all the weird stuff. Not my cup of tea, but there's some cool stuff in here. There is this one fighter pilot head over here. I like the microphone. Got some weird skulls. The bull is cool. But over here, there's the fighter pilot. Only one of him left. Skull. Well, there's nothing classier than a bikini calendar that you get for free. That you could just peel and
Stick on your dash. Oh yeah. The early 2000s called. They hit the second tower. So I made it down here to Tampa doing an unload. We got 3 trucks here. First truck, getting crane unloaded. Probably not gonna film anymore, so this will be the last. We got a lot of work going on. Some linemen, crane unloading, building. So brother. So we've driven the last ones on. This is my last unit that I'm picking up. It's actually folded down. They never unfolded it. I was hoping to show you guys one that's all folded up, but just walking it like a dog because he's got the remote there in his hand. It's wired. It's a wired remote, but we drove the last 2 on, being like riding on them. So let me go out and talk with him and we'll get it picked up. All right, so today's work. We picked up the first one yesterday and then these back 2 today. They're all the same. They are scissor lifts. I didn't take any videos of with their rails up, unfortunately, but we laid the rails down after they loaded. And that one came, the very last one, they didn't even touch it. It got here unloaded. They parked it, didn't get, inspected yet, so it was still already folded down. But we threw a strap to hold the rails from bumping. These are brand new machines, and the agent, it's his direct customer, he said, hey, please throw a strap over those so they don't bounce around and chafe the paint. Here's how we secured it. 4 points of contact on anything over 10,000 pounds. So we have 1, comes down to the rub rail, goes around a spool, and then back over. And then back up. So there's our front 2 points, and this gets full working load limit. So we have a 9,200 pound ratcheting wrench and a 6,600 pound chain. So this is worth 6,600 pounds of securement. We did the same exact in the rear and followed it the same exact way all the way through. So 2 chains, front and rear, 4 points of contact, strap over the top. The only thing that's different is the front one. I put this 5/16 chain through this is where they pick it up with a forklift, and then I use a snap binder on the other side. This is kind of like if anything goes wrong, I always kind of like to throw one of those. I put it on the front one, so if anything braced it, it would be, in the event of an emergency, someone cuts you off, you have to slam the brakes, an accident like right in front of you. You have this 5/16 chain as well as this 3/8 chain. So 6,600 pound working load limit, and I believe these are 47. 5/16 is 47. The snap binder is 55, so you always revert to the weakest thing, which is the chain. So that's how we secured it. So we're gonna get on to Laredo, where these are going back to the factory, and I think they didn't build something right or whatever. Something about the specs they need to fix.
So I took these scissor lifts back into Laredo, where they're going across the border to get fixed. But I think that's enough video for today. So thanks for watching. Stay loaded.